folks, welcome to this exciting adventure where we're joined by AKR and our exploring friend. Do you want to say hello to the video? We're out here exploring and it's a special video because we're travelling right now. We're travelling from the east coast of Scotland all the way to the west. That's right folks, today's video is the intro to my holiday this year, and pretty much tomorrow we're getting the ferry to Islay, but today's video we're on our mission to the west coast. So let's get into it folks. Back into the vintage Land Rover. We're in the 1970s Land Rover, so it's so much fun. It gives the journey a lot of character, so let's go folks. These old windies too, you can get your elbow out. Wow, look at that wee island there. Magical. Right folks, we've stopped at St Fillan's here, and this is Loch, and just look how beautiful it is here. Look at the landscape. It's just magical. And look at this old car, here we go. Living the dream there. Look at these ducks. Hey yeah. Look at these cool little ducks. Let's not try and scare them. Let's just try and get a good video of them. Oh, they're going away. I'm not wanting to scare them off. Look at that folks, this is Duck Central. This is incredible. We're literally out here. We've got the old Land Rover folks, and we're just adventuring. Summertime adventures right here on the channel. Let's go for a closer look at the loch. Wow, what a place. Look at this folks, the ducks have come in a bit for a bit of the sandwich. I think the ducks are gonna come over. They're so friendly. You want to be on YouTube? It's curious. Alright, we're here with AKR folks, and we're fueling up the old landy here. Look at this. Right. We're in the village of Tyndrum, and we're literally putting in some fuel. We're at the Green Welly stop. We're at the Green Welly stop folks. It's a famous little stop if you're heading to the west coast in the village of Tyndrum. Anyway, let's get on with it. Now folks, we're pretty much in the west of Scotland here. The old Land Rover's done well, and we just checked into our hotel along the road, which I'll show you later on in this same video. But since we've come here and we've checked into a hotel, we're away to have a wee adventure and go exploring, because seemingly there's an old ruins of a castle or something about here. So yeah, we're doing it folks. Adventures out here, and this, look at this landscape with these hills, like epic folks. Alright AKR.
Alright DKR, how's it going?
Really well.
I'm just getting my hat.
Let's see, what's the hat look like? Oh aye. There we go folks.
There we go.
Look at this old rail bridge. This is similar to the rail bridges we see in Angus. It's got the same green paint on it. massive Victorian construction. Oh look, here's the bridge number. Look, what does it say? It doesn't have the name on it. OBN2, which must be Oban. That's the railway to Oban over the top of our heads, folks. And then look at this majestic view over this loch. What a spot. I should have had my shorts on. This is just a stunning landscape. The land here in the west is so wild and vast, stunning. Everything's so green and overgrown in the summer, and all these little railways were just carved through the landscape, connecting all the wee towns. This is the Kilchurn path here to the castle, folks. Look at this.
Yes, no, I meant as in like
Here we go, folks. In the distance you can see the massive ruins of this castle. It's huge. And there's still a lot of it standing. Look at this, folks. There's some Highland cows over here. There's a couple of normal cows too, but there's a couple of Highland cows which are really cool. Look, we're getting nearer the castle. But just look at this landscape all around. Look at these mountains over here. And then look, there's mountains right over here. All the way. All around. We're just walking through heaven, folks. Right here on the channel once again. Adventure after adventure. Look, I can actually see there's some sheep down here in the long grass too. Wow. This is the first Highland cows I've seen here on today's adventure. Anyway, let's get over to this castle and explore, folks. It looks ancient. It looks like it's from about the 1600s or something. 1600s maybe. Maybe the channel historian will tell us more once we get along there. We'll find out. It's just incredible. Like, just imagine when this castle was in its prime. Just approaching it. There would have been guards and stuff up on the towers thinking, who are we getting now? I can hear grasshoppers and endless numbers of birds chirping. The silhouette of this castle looks so haunting, looks so mystical and ancient. Just think if these walls could speak, the history they would tell of clan battles, and just think about the people that's walked through these doors, ancient barbarians from Scottish history. And this is the lands here that they fought over. It's just an incredible land. Rolling green hills and mountains as far as the eye can see, folks. Let's go and have a closer look at this castle. It's just incredible, like, I can't even believe it. The amount of stonework and stuff. It looks to me like the castle's in two separate sections. Maybe this is an older bit, or maybe this is the older bit. One of them is definitely a different age from the other. Judging by the amount it's degraded, this could be the older side here, and then this has been joined on. But yeah, we'll have an even closer look, folks. I can actually see there's some old stone carving here above the door, which is so cool, because this could give us an idea of the ancient history that we're dealing with here. So from way back there I guessed that it was 1600s potentially, and I can tell you now that I was correct, because above the door here, look, 1693. Look at that, folks. Crazy, real history. Look at the size of this door. Look, we've got some action sports kind of folk around here. Look at the size of these walls. That wall there is literally like 10 foot thick or more. Look how thick that wall is.
That would have been probably if it was just cannonballs.
Yeah. Artillery fire. Oh look, there's a little kind of bit you can go out here. A little jetty. Wow, look at this, folks. We'll do a full 360 walk around this castle. Look at that, the tiny little narrow firing slits there for firing the arrows out. Maybe if somebody had been coming around on a boat. shooting up at the castle here, they would just be shooting out the windows at them. And we can see there's a lot of layers of history where windows have been boarded up. At one time they would have had metal, like bars on them. Yeah, this whole bit here has been added on the side. You can see the line there. Wow. This is so cool, folks, look at this. This is about one of the best landscapes that I've seen with a castle in the middle of it. And then look at these little cutouts here. Look at this, folks. Wow, what a special place. Look at this. I could scale my way down, try and get a video all the way around it. I can't believe how thick all these walls are. What do you think of it, AKR?
It's some big place right now.
Massive. And it must have had these huge 4 towers on it at one time.
That would have been the big stone that.
But see, this bit's been either built onto it or it's been built onto this bit.
Yeah, I would think that long bit will be the original bit.
Yeah, and this has all been added.
That's like the really thick, big bit, whereas this is. This is slightly less defensive, although it's still defensive.
Just watch don't slip on here if you come down. Look, that bit there has kind of been built up, and then the wall curves ticht around there. This rock's really slippy here. Whoa! Just about fell there, folks. Yeah, look at the way this tower here is built. It's so cool. Wow, it's literally just like built on the edge of these massive stones. And then we've got this Harris fencing here stopping you from getting in. But then look at this landscape out here, folks. Wow. I just can't believe it. There's a massive like mansion house out on the side of the loch there. The loch just keeps going miles up that way. Wow, this is so cool, folks. We'll keep on going round and see what else we can see. Look at this old ladder. Looks like it's been under the water at one time. But maybe it was something to do with the castle originally. And look at this, folks. The flower of Scotland once again features on the channel. The good old thistle. One of my favourite Scottish flowers for sure. I can't even believe the landscape here. Everywhere that I look, it just looks like a page of a Scottish calendar. And like, look at the castle from this angle. Folks, don't worry about it. It's cool to come to a historical wonder for the first episode of my Islay trip. Tomorrow morning we get the ferry to Islay. Look at this, there's been so much to this castle at one time. It's just absolutely massive. Nowadays there's all this Harris fencing around it, obviously to stop people climbing in and climbing about on it because it's constantly falling down. But I don't think you'd be able to climb in this side anyway. Oh, it says it's awaiting conservation works. So maybe they're going to be like repointing some of the bricks and stuff like that. Yeah, you can see how it's just been built on top of the bedrock here. What an absolutely incredible spot. Wow. Look at that, it's so big, I can't even believe it. Look at it there. There's just so many layers of walls and stuff inside it. It's a pity we couldn't get in. Look at this, folks. I was just up here getting some shots here for some beautiful pictures. And I can actually hear the train there. Don't know if that's coming out on the video or no. The noise of the train up here on this west coast line is insane. This is so cool, folks. Look at the height of this though. Must have been such a place back in the day. Back in the 1700s when the smoke was coming out of those chimneys, and it would have been a busy, busy place. Look at it for this angle, folks. There's just not an angle that this place doesn't look good for. You can just imagine Robert the Bruce riding up here on his horse. And then the boy will be shouting from the top of the tower, "Who goes there?" And then they would let them in the massive front gates. Looks like a castle like this has had some serious amount of accommodation in its day. It's just about as big as the hotel we're staying in down the road.
Just rest, to be fair.
Look at it though, folks, we're right here. Wild Scotland, always recording fresh stuff. This is the first time this has been seen on my channel, this west coast. I've been to the north, I've been to the east, I've been to the south, and here we are now on the west. Documenting new history, new land, and it is just stunning. It just blows me away when I see stuff like that.
Oh yeah, of course that's the back of the
These little holes in the wall here, folks, must have actually been fireplaces in the tower rooms at one time. And that one must have had a wee shelf next to the fire. Would that be a salt box?
I don't really know, yeah. I don't know.
It'd be rare having that in a tower room. You can see these windows as well at the lower level have had steel bars over them, whereas the higher level hasn't it?
You wonder if this is actually like cannon damage for this big hole in.
Yeah, it could be. And the side might have been busted off of this in a real battle between Highland clans.
I think I researched it.
But yeah. Look at that, is that like a big natural stone that the castle's kind of been built on top of? Just at the bottom there, that's what it looks like. And then look, there's little tiny firing slits even there that you wouldn't notice. Before you knew it, there'd be hot arrows coming out of there. Some people must have just gotten a little window. And then other ones have got big windows. But see the higher up ones doesn't have bars?
Yeah.
It's quite interesting, like. This fencing just doesn't make it look too good, like. At least it's stopping it from getting damaged. I think it's to stop falling masonry hurting people. And then yeah, you can see the edge of this original tower up here. And that's us back up to the start, folks. I never looked at this tower last time. I wonder what this little circular hole's been. Look, it's had little firing slits all over it. They've been filled up. And look, there's been little square windows as well. Wonder what this has been. Oh, look at this. This actually runs through and it runs into there. Look at this. Oh look, we can see in the castle from here. Look how thick these walls are. If I drop the camera, I'm going to try and get in here. Wow, it's quite cool. Another castle documented on the channel, folks. Real Scottish history. These are really old, so like the 1600 castles, they were genuinely built for defence. These castles would have genuinely been getting attacked in like battles in the local area between clans and whoever else. So AKR's just informed us, folks, this is interesting. He thinks this older part here would have been pre-1693 and this other bit would have been added on at that time or after it, 1693, and then they would have put the new lintel stone on the door to mark the restoration of the castle.
Could have been a marriage stone because of the initials you see, ID and
Oh aye.
They were
So
often
1693.
Could have been a marriage stone, he's telling us. 1693, the two clans maybe married.
all the two people, I don't know.
What's a good Scottish clan? The Campbells.
Could be, or it could
Look at this, folks, there's actually a cool little jetty bit here. I'm not sure if this is a tidal loch or no, but it looks like it's been a lot higher recently. Oh aye, we can't go onto the jetty according to this little sign. I was going to go and have a look and see. It says danger construction site, folks. We'll nae bother crossing their little thing. But yeah, look at this. Can't even believe it still. Areas like this are just so peaceful. The landscape all around almost just looks surreal. Just looks fake, folks. The way the hills are and stuff. Big ruins like this from ancient times just in the middle of it all. It's mind blowing. All the ground as well is just rocky. And there seems to be a lot of thistles as well scattering around. So there you go, folks, this has been Kilchurn Castle, and I think this is called Loch out here. I was going to continue this episode on until I get back to the hotel and that, but kind of what, we're away to see another historical wonder first, so I'll end this first holiday video here, folks. Tune in again very soon for the next adventure, because we're away to head like 2 mile upstream. So yeah, you'll see me again very soon.